So you go first so she can see what it looks like. Just stand right there. There's nobody watching right now.
Let me know because I got the escape car ready.
Okay. So come look. That's how it looks. And you just stand by him. What do you think? You ready?
Come on.
Hi, viewer. We got somebody. Hey. Right on. Okay, so we are on Vigil TV, and who are you? And you can use pseudonyms if you want.
I'm Donny.
And I'm Laurie.
Hi, Laurie. Okay, so you guys are special to me because I met you when you first got here.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you remember that night?
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
So, tell me what happened. Tell them what happened. I know it.
Well, we were like, we had been homeless for about a month, and we didn't know where to go, you know. And a friend of ours told us about this place, so we decided to come check it out for ourselves. And truly, it was everything that they said it would be.
What did they say?
That it's safe, that no one will harass you, that you can actually lay down and go to sleep and not worry and have no worries, and people are actually looking out for you. Or that, anyways, yeah. So, and it was actually that, and I actually slept sound the first night, and I hadn't slept in like 3-4 days because we just walked around and we'd sit down and rest. But you know, if there's a cop coming or you know whatever,
Pedestrians
yeah,
or people that like to just harass people in general.
Yeah, you know, because you can't sit certain places after a certain time, and
so we found this place, and like I said, the guy who told us about it knows I knew him a while, went to school with him and stuff. And he was like, you know, yeah, go check it out. So we came, and it was everything. You know, the people are nice, beautiful people. You know what I'm saying? Friendly. I mean, who could ask for more? Especially, you know, being homeless. You know what I'm saying? You can't ask for more. You know, you can rest. There's friendly, nice people. I mean, angelic type people, really. And you know, there's food. They feed us. I mean, it's beautiful. And to me, I like it. So.
Yeah, well, we're taking care of ourselves. We're taking care of each other.
Yeah.
So, and then there are people from Occupy Portland. There are people who are just driving by and find out about us that, you know, we'll periodically kick down some food and, you know, all sorts of support in different ways. So we're very blessed. So, yeah, for every person here, out here, there's, you know, 50, 100 people with us in their hearts, you know.
Right.
Our numbers have dwindled as far as what you'll see at a rally, but they're not gone. They're in their Google groups and meetings and marches here and there, but you know, sometimes they come together, you know, in different ways. And,
absolutely. And
supporting this vigil has increased. So yeah, so there's a lot of love being directed here. A lot. Do you know? This started with that, which is on city property, that vigil itself, as the idea was, we will put our intention and our prayers and directly solve this problem. Like people of all faiths, or people who believe in mental energy, if you're not, you know, into the spiritual energy, you know, but the intention right there, and allowing people to come and light a candle and be in that.
Be in their element. Yeah,
and then we started sleeping here, and that's an active demonstration of our claiming the right to sleep uninterrupted, you know, and using some shelter, using some, you know, minor things that are a little better than what you might be told you can do elsewhere, because they are leaving us alone, because it is a protest, and I'm not sure why, really. I mean, but so thanks for being part of our community.
Oh, no doubt. Thank you for having us.
I remember your first night here. We stuck them over in the tree that Tequila claimed on Terry Shrunk Plaza, and you're like, "Why are we separate?" Like we decided that you had to be. But the deal was that it was raining, so we weren't going to get sleep gear together and food and all of that.
Right.
We weren't going to try to do that in the rain.
Right. And you guys did just that. And we're here. We're happy. And like we said, we've made a lot of new friends, you know, and it's just a cool place. I mean, you know.
So we've got some plans coming up for more presence of the protesters and the demonstrators and what they do. And like Cascadia isn't just, like all Occupy isn't Cascadia, and Cascadia is bigger than, Occupy, but there's a Cascadian contingent among us, and a lot of those people happen to be supportive of this particular demonstration and have been from the start, and so they were the first ones when we went to Spokes Council, where all of these different groups, like sponsoring group now for me to get funding. So I've been soliciting donations, but they're looking over the books, right? And that is Sisters in Strength. So what is similar to the original Women's Caucus and Occupy and in solidarity with them still. Those folks champion the vigil, and they're taking a day. They're taking Saturday. Cascadia is taking Wednesday. And we hope to have a group, kind of, adopting a day every week. And that's really important because we're about to have some little carts that have more like food donations and clothes donations where we take in and redistribute. So if you were to work a cart and you see somebody who comes by, and we have a lot of, say, mufflers, and we have more than enough, scarves, and you're going to have somebody walking by who's questioning whether or not they can have one because maybe they're not houseless. So I feel like, because why can't we just take in donations, distribute donations, and not try to separate those from separate each other?
The haves and have not, exactly.
Because that's basically what this is about.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody just having a right to, I'm sorry.
Well, it's for me, it's this particular movement, it's personally about if you find yourself in a position where you have nothing, someone who has something shouldn't look at you like you're less than. And you shouldn't have to look at them because they have something more than you, like, they're, above
the
you.
Big I, little you thing. So.
Right.
Yeah, that shouldn't even apply. We're all human. This is mankind we're talking about here. And everyone needs care. Everyone needs love. Everyone needs a roof.
And it makes it a lot easier though when you're around a lot of people that's going through the similar things that you're going through, and so you the negativity it just bounces off of you easily, because you can always go to somebody else and talk to them.
But yeah, giving a scarf to someone who's walking by that isn't homeless, gladly.
Totally, yeah.
And they will be at first kind of like, this is weird. It's free, and what's going on here? And then they're going to be back over with a big thing of dog biscuits because they work at a dog biscuit factory, and that's what they have. We all have, houseless people have extra stuff that comes in. We all have something in abundance, just some random thing.
It's about sharing who you are. I mean, the real you. You know what I mean? I mean, I believe that you show love. Love is going to always come back. You know what I'm saying? In some form.
Right. Yeah, and I guess now, have you had anybody being talking to you about resources, saying this place is good and this place isn't so good? Have you had those conversations with anybody here?
Well, we're people, so conversations bounce off the walls everywhere. We talk about a little bit of everything.
But is that because I would think that this would be also a good hub for people to just find
those resources.
Yeah, what street to not walk down.
Right, exactly.
What lady to not talk to when you go over to such and such.
Exactly.
Actually, we did have that connection with another couple that we met when we went to go eat. They were there, and we communicated to them about this place right here, and sleeping in front of City Hall, and and the movement that's going on. I call it a movement because it is. It's a movement. There's so many homeless people.
It's a powerful one. It's a big one.
And they're homeless, and they had nowhere to sleep. So we brought them with us here, and they're still here.
That's terrific, and they seem like nice people.
Yeah, they're really nice people.
And there are some, we ask certain things of each other, and they're common sense mostly. Mm-hmm. Some of it is based on information that new people wouldn't have, I don't know, I'm trying to think of one, what time it's a big deal to have space open in the middle versus when it's not.
Right.
You know, and that's just something that people who've been around have talked to security about, or like, you know, clean and safe. They will take everything and just put it in a dumpster. So people wander off, think they can go around the block, come back after, and their stuff is just gone.
Yeah.
So, you know, we keep our possessions with us. The only exception would be is if you had a partner who said that they would
Watch it.
But you know, like at a restaurant where like various people leave and then there's a person sitting there with the bill. We
Right.
can't have that person with a bunch of people's stuff.
Just
So I'm just warning you about
Right.
possessions. I don't think you came in with a lot either.
No,
So
we
you're not lugging around. Some people pack really light. 99 advocates for packing really light. Just, you know, and I could see that. He always makes fun of me because when I come down, I come from an apartment, you know, and I drive or I take the bus. It's an hour, but I take the bus. I come here and he's like, Mary, you got too much stuff, you know. It's true.
Yeah.
And so anyway, I think it looks pretty awesome here.
I think I appreciate what's going on here. I thank God for it because it saved us 2 days ago. We're here for 2 days, 2 nights now. It saved us. And I think it's an awesome opportunity for people who don't have to actually come and actually make friends. And it's fun. I say join the fun, basically.
Yeah.
Have you been passing out flyers has anybody approached you and asked you to pass out flyers?
No, but
Not
we were
yet.
given a flyer today.
Oh, what
Yeah,
flyer?
and I heard the one about Nick Fish. Did I
Yeah,
say his name wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, we read it. But
Okay.
nobody's approached us about flyers.
That's okay.
was I
There's
supposed
a
to
lot
say
of
that?
them. Some of
Yeah.
them, there's multiple ones about how, like, some of them are aggressive, some of them are community based, some of them are, you know, just all about, you know, so you'll find militant, you'll find community needs, and everything in between, you know. So just pick and choose. But right now, there's 3 demonstrations. There's the vigil here with a direct action of prayer and intention. There's a sleep action and solidarity where people actually take care of the vigil, but they are doing the thing of demonstrating by living. You know, one of my friends is calling it a live-in. You know, instead of a sit-in, it's a live-in. You know, this is a demonstration. And then there's also the Cameron, who is specifically have like 3 platform, you know, changes that he wants City Hall to make, and he's got flyers down him, and he's on day 24 or 25 of his hunger strike.
26.
26 today.
Tomorrow will be 26.
Yeah, because we
Wow.
kind of sat there and was like, oh my God, we were like in awe. I mean, 26 days.
I can't go
You
one
know.
day without something else.
Yeah,
You
well,
know,
he
just-
drinks juice, but Billy, who's on over 2 weeks now, and Billy has been very quiet, and I didn't know, but he's just drinking water. And he's been encouraged to take a supplement, but he is attempting to not take a supplement. So medics are looking after him,
Right.
you know, checking him out, because that's
Keep an eye on
a
him.
major deal.
Yes,
It
it
is.
is.
And, you know, Cameron has talked about upping the ante. I don't know when that's going to happen, but, you know, he trained. Cameron trained for this. Like 5 days before, he ate 5 fruit slices or something like that, you know.
Right.
he was like,
Yeah.
you know, trying to, you know, make his body stabilize. He was already a vegan.
Right. Okay. So it was easy.
It wasn't, you know,
It was not easy, but
easier
it became
than
for
somebody
him.
who eats 3 hamburgers
Right.
a day or something. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't do it. You got to have some kind of meat.
Yeah, he's got a Twitter, and there's some of these people have internet, and he shouts out to everybody a lot of different information about this cause.
Yeah, actually, the first time I heard, I seen him using the paper. I heard about him.
Oh, so you saw Cameron in the paper
Yeah.
before you thought
No,
about coming here?
Before we thought about coming, and I still
Isn't
didn't,
that
and I didn't
interesting?
get it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, about his hunger strike and everything. And now that I see him in person, I'm still in awe because I mean, just reading about it, you want to know more.
Right. Well, he brought so much good attention, and we had activists come in who were already interested in this issue. Some of them houseless, some of them not, and they've stayed with us. So he brought them not just to his demonstration, but he blessed us with all of these additional activists who are really representing. And now we have a Cascadia group.
Yeah, I got to speak with one of those guys today.
So what did they say about?
The guy that I spoke, his name, I call him Alex for short.
Alexander?
Alexander.
With the hair, he's tall.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I just call him
I
Alex.
love Alexander.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. He's funny. He told us, he told me a little bit about it. He was actually speaking to another gentleman, so he was like real brief with me. But I can hardly remember anything he said about it. But it seemed interesting. I wanted to know more, but I didn't want to interrupt his conversation. So
They have a flyer, a little pocketbook thing, and
you have it?
I think it's about celebrating the bioregion and not being centric to here's the capital and here's the United States on the map and this prominent whatever. It's like, no, Cascadia is this area with its own region and therefore some of its own, I don't know, Lee, for lack of a better word, and then there's, I think, a history of like the idea of like we're just going to make our own country. I don't know what they wanted to do, but I don't think a lot of them are waiting to secede from the Union and reform with Canada. I don't think that doesn't seem to be our main cast. But when they say Free Cascadia, there's definitely some Northwest pride taking place, and it's fun.
Yeah.
And they've got swag,
Yeah.
and they made a lot.
Yes.
We need that, So, Sisters in Strength is going to do something on Saturday. They're adopting Saturday, and we meet every other month. So we'll have our meeting here. So you're welcome to join us. It's the Women's Caucus, one of two. One of them is doing something like online meetings and so forth, and then we're doing the in-person. But yeah, they're coming Saturday, and I heard rumors of belly dance taking place. There's some. I don't know. That's
eyes
just
are
a
hurting.
rumor.
Oh yeah.
Just saying. I love
Say
it.
belly dance to a guy, eyes get big.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
They
there's
didn't
like
get that big, did they?
a lot of different things that are very feminine and just fun celebration type stuff. But yeah. So those are my gals. Anyway, well, welcome. I'm so glad. I've been. You know what? I was worried when I went home because I was like, no, seriously, they fell off the Nordstrom truck right here because you guys are wearing this like really nice, not casual, not outfitted for outdoors at all, like shiny shoes, And I was like, uh-oh. I was worried because you were worried about the rats. Remember that?
Yes.
Have they bothered you?
No, they don't come over here.
No, they don't come here.
Well, it's not while I'm away.
Yeah, when we put her over, when we put these
When
guys
I was
over
at-
at Terry Shrunk, they were seeing the rats around.
Yeah,
And,
running really close and everything.
yeah, it was not, definitely not. So, but yeah, you guys were sleep deprived too. So.
Yes, very.
So how was that first night for sleeping? Did you guys actually sleep?
I think I passed out. I mean,
She said I was snoring.
Yeah,
so
he was snoring
I don't remember
loud.
anything.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Changing the world once.
Yeah, the next thing I knew, it was 10 o'clock. The next morning.
Like, oh my God, we got a few places. It was 8 o'clock.
That's funny.
Let's leave it a little longer.
The snooze button.
Yeah, we hit a snooze
Homelessness plus pressing the snooze. That's
Yes.
not really what I'm normally hearing. That's
No,
awesome.
it's not.
That's
'Cause
great.
Usually we're up and, trying to go get breakfast or, trying to figure out what we're going to do.
For the day. Yeah.
There's talk about getting more independence for meals, like some of us have access to like food boxes or know people who can help us with that, and meal preparation is a better way to distribute food to everyone and
Yes.
and check the health of it. I know some of these people grow food, so we're going to try to get a little bit more into that and less into like, okay, everybody shuffle off to
to the
Cat
mission,
Sisters of the Road or whatever.
Yeah.
So we're gonna work on that, and I think maybe next week we might have some. And were you here when Marjorie did her food?
I don't think
she came down with a big pot of food at night last night.
I don't think so. And if she did, we might have missed it. Probably sleeping or something.
Or the birthday party. Did you see
that yesterday?
Yeah, it was taking place here. There was a piñata.
Was it late afternoon or late afternoon?
Early evening, maybe. Yeah, like 6.
We were here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there was a lot going on down here. But Tuesdays. She's with Food Not Bombs. And anyway, lovely. We're gonna have some food there. Yeah. They have kind of a group and some. Anybody can belong. You just subscribe to certain traditions, like it's vegan, or maybe it's just vegetarian, but I think it's vegan. And it's donated food only. So you get donated food and then redistribute. You cook it. Anyway, there's a few traditions there, and so so she's part of that.
Wow.
So anyway, that's Tuesdays, and there's going to be something daily. We're trying to get more activism because we need to model for some of the people who just kind of hang out, but they don't know what Occupy Portland is doing.
Right.
And so all they see is the marches where we're like, getting yelled at by cops or whatever is going on, and then they see a party. Well, more activism is taking place here.
We had an interesting lady tell us something today. Her name is Angel.
Okay.
And she said that what is the difference between protesting and loitering? And we were like,
she said signage. Having a sign.
Us make a sign.
Yeah, so we have 2 signs now.
That's great. We've been talking about that we have kind of always seem to have less signs and not an outright appeal to the public with a clear message. Like, even if you see our sleep is a human right, lift the ban, pray to lift the ban, if you don't know what the ban is.
Exactly.
And so, signs around here. And
so I figured, I definitely want to be a part of what's going on.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to have you guys. We're getting some really quality activists coming around and good family. So anyway, very nice. Thank you for the interview.
Thank you so much.
This is going to be one of the favorites, I can tell you that. Okay, we were going to go up and go back on.